Welcome back, it's Magic Dad with another episode of Supreme League of Patriots, Issue 3. And, let's see here. Let's talk to let's examine her first.
Man, that's a fine ass on that woman.
Wow.
That's Rear of the Year right there.
Must be because she doesn't talk out of hers.
Do you think I could ever win Rear of the Year?
Not unless they change the rules so that it's judged purely by circumference.
Ouch. Let's talk to her.
Purple Patriot.
I came as soon as I heard there was trouble. How did the police get here so quickly?
There's a donut shop next door to the bank.
One of the clerks in the bank hit the silent alarm. We were on the scene in minutes, but they already had the place locked down tight.
Okay.
Has anyone seen my raspberry jelly with the sprinkles? I think I left it behind when we got the call.
Hey, that is a good donut.
Tell me everything about the situation.
What do you want to know?
What happened?
Have you been able to ascertain what happened?
According to an eyewitness, a van pulled up outside the bank around 9:30 a.m. A gang of men dressed in combat fatigues and wearing balaclavas jumped out and ran into the bank.
Okay, how many are in there?
Any idea of numbers?
Our witness wasn't sure. Between 4 and 7. Since we've been on scene, we've only been able to spot 3. 2 in the back office and 1 in the lobby who keeps checking his watch.
He probably wants to get home in time for Modern Family. Tonight, Cam and Mitchell hire an uptight conservative au pair with hilarious consequences.
Okay, I don't know much about Modern Family, so I can't comment.
I understand these guys are Russian mafia.
According to our witness, they spoke to one another in Russian. We've been working some leads which suggested that the Russian mafia were planning something big. This must be it.
Those Soviet savages are probably trying to start another Cold War.
Well, at least you've got something in common with them, eh?
Wow.
Remember those Russian names you had us, me, run at the station a few weeks ago?
What about them?
Well, one of them had ties to the Russian mob.
Nice.
Yeah, some jerk-off who used to be in the army.
Not Jerkoff, Zerkov. His name was Colonel Zerkov.
What did you find on him?
Wow.
He had a reputation as a brutal foe, and there were rumours his squad were involved in torturing civilians in Chechnya. He was forced out of the Russian army after footage leaked of him brutally beating one of his own men after a failed mission. After that, he hooked up with a Russian crime syndicate, where he quickly earned a reputation for killing anyone who stood in his way.
And he's at large in New York?
So it seems.
Great.
I hate tourists.
So, what do they want?
What demands have the hostage takers made?
None. They haven't made contact.
Nothing at all. Isn't that a bit strange?
Typical immigrant workforce. They probably don't speak the language.
They could be buying time to come up with a plan. They probably didn't count on the police getting here so soon.
Well, why did they rob a bank right next to the donut shop? What happened to the van?
Where is the van the gang arrived in?
The driver took off.
Probably panicked when the police arrived on scene.
Actually, no. Our witness was very specific. The van left immediately after the gang got out.
Well, you know, armed robbery is one thing, but parking on a double yellow line is just bad manners.
True. Okay, so...
That's enough for...
Anytime.
let me go in.
Lieutenant, I can end this ugly siege for you. Let me in there, and I'll bring you 10 dead criminals.
What about the hostages?
You want them dead too?
Sorry, Purple Patriot. If it was just 10 bad guys, I'd cheerfully let you beat the crap out of them. With hostages in there, I just can't take the chance.
I've got a plan.
I've got a plan on taking down the hostages.
That's great. What is it?
You might want to hold your praise until the end. His idea for eliminating Al-Qaeda was to remove the letter A from the alphabet.
Hey, no one would be frightened of Al-Qued.
The plan?
Right. Dive through the plate glass window, taking down one of the perps with a kick to the throat. Vault over the bank counter and take down 2 more with judo throws. Then run through the double doors into the rear of the premises, dodging bullets and incapacitating bad guys along the way. What do you think?
That sounds awesome.
I don't know. Sounds dangerous.
No, it sounds awesome.
Then don't do it. Stay here with us.
Okay.
We'll talk.
I look forward.
Examine the bank window.
That huge expanse of glass gives us a distinct advantage. We can see into the bank, but the perps can't see out.
That doesn't make sense.
They can see out.
They can? Oh, crap. I hope they didn't see me giving them the mutza.
Examine the police car.
Do you think this squad car belongs to Lieutenant Griffith?
I don't think so, mate. Hers is the one with the red stains on the front bumper.
Putting a trash can here is just asking for trouble. It's too easy for one of your idiot Occupy protesters to leave an explosive device in here.
Do you mind? The Occupy protesters are non-violent.
Is that so? What about that melee in Oakland?
Those were probably Raiders fans demanding the team go back to LA.
Ooh. So, let's make up a plan here.
You have to convince Lieutenant Griffith that I can resolve this conflict.
She's worried about bloodshed.
There's no need to worry. I'll make sure those Marxist muttonheads shed plenty of blood.
Hostage blood. She thinks you're a loose cannon. We'll never convince her that she's wrong.
Why not?
Because you are. Maybe we can convince her that I'm competent and able to keep you in check.
Okay.
What claptrap. She clearly despises you.
Oh, she hates me, all right. No question about that. She still respects my abilities, though.
Okay. What can you do?
What can you do to show Lieutenant Griffith that we can be useful in this situation?
Suppose I could get into the bank's computer system. I could get into their security subsystems, monitor security cameras, count the number of hostiles. Hell, if I could get into City Hall as well, I could bring up schematics of the building and overlay the location of each of the perps onto them.
You can really do all that? So it's true. You really can do anything on the internet these days.
Yeah, it's not quite that simple. There is some technical skill involved as well.
Of course, you're a genius. That's why I have you on my team.
Oh, I thought it was just a thump on the filing cabinet when you get stuck changing your costume.
Ooh. That's all.
Stick around, old friend.
Okay. So, let's go back to the cave. Okay, to the map. To the apartment. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Use the pole.
I'm not ready to...
You must admit, as these things go, sliding...
Okay, that's not working. I thought we would be able to use the computer.
We're up to date on the rent now. We'll
Sorry.
Talk to her. Maybe she'll give us the computer access.
What's up, Purple?
Do you have bank schematics?
Do you have access to the bank schematics?
City Hall says I don't have sufficient security clearance to be allowed access. If we wait until the feds get here, they'll have access to them. But when the feds take over, any hope of a successful mission will have vanished. The goddamn bureaucracy in this job will be the death of me.
Assuming those foot-long chili dogs don't get you first.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
He gets self-conscious whenever anyone mentions footlongs.
Okay. So. Let's speak to Mel and see if he has an idea of how to do it. Nope, he doesn't. Now we have to. Now let's see if we can go. No. Oh, let's go see Hall to get them. Speak to him. This is not going to be good.
Turn around, puss bag. I'm going to put you in handcuffs.
Well, this is so sudden, and you know I don't normally do submissive, but...
Wow.
Enough innuendo! I'm putting you back in jail where you belong.
I'm still in jail, perps. I'm only here on work release.
What have you got against this guy anyway? He's only trying to be a good example to his peer group.
Being a superhero is the most manly of professions. Except maybe hairdressing and interior design. Superheroes have no business being gay.
Please. What about that billionaire industrialist who became a vigilante superhero after he watched his mother and father humiliated on an episode of Jenny Jones?
A perfect example, old friend. He is a skilled martial artist, a master tactician, and he has a vast array of high-tech gadgets. That guy is a man's man. A true macho superhero.
Uh-huh. And he adopted a young boy to live with him and dressed him in a spandex leotard and tights. I think we all know which pole he's sliding down every night.
Hey, no. Where's the Cold War Warrior?
What happened to the Cold War Warrior? Isn't he supposed to be working here?
He was, but he had his citizenship revoked, and he's been deported.
About time. We fought a Cold War to keep commies out of this country.
What makes this any of your concern anyway?
You know Lone Nut Pete from the neighborhood?
Tall guy walks with a limp.
That's him. I saved his life during the war in Afghanistan.
You weren't.
You were in the war.
No, he was. I got him out.
I only have one question. Was he called Lone Nut Pete before or after you got him invalided out of the war? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Okay, so. I need bank.
I need the schematics to Wilson Chase Bank.
Oh my god, I cannot believe you're turning to the dark side.
He framed you for assault. How much of a surprise could it be?
Well, when you put it like that, just wait until the guys at True Believers hear about this.
Wow.
I don't want to rob the place, you mascara-wearing maniac. I want to prevent a robbery in progress.
I don't have access to that sort of information, perps. I'm a convicted felon, thanks to you.
Do you have a name yet?
Surely you've picked a damn name by now, you unimaginative windbag.
I'm trying, really I am. I was going to call myself Wonder Buns, but I was getting cease and desist letters from a bakery in Queens.
Ooh. About your arrest?
Just wanted to say about the incident.
Incident. You mean when you lied about Nurse Julie, got me to arrest her for a crime she wasn't committing, and then had me arrested, all the time neglecting to mention your entrapment, just so you could get your name in the papers? That incident?
How dare you! I can't believe you would besmirch the name. Besmirch the name of an honorable law enforcer. I should sue you for defamation. I did all those things to get my superhero license, not to get my name in the papers.
Good job on seeing past the bigger picture to the minutiae.
Thank you, old chum.
That was an insult, you idiot. I really need those.
Listen, you pirate of men's pants. I'm trying to do you a solid here.
Are you on the turn, mate?
I'm talking about a favor. You wanted to be a role model, but you're a convict and your name is Mud. I may even have inadvertently contributed to your troubles. All right, I was an ass. Happy now. But this could restore your reputation. If you helped me get the bank schematics and I foiled the robbery, you'd be up for an assist.
They really don't let me have access to that kind of thing. But maybe I know someone who can help. You guys know Stan, right?
Yeah.
The lounge lizard who owns True Believers?
Right, well, he used to be a superhero himself, and he still helps out some of the younger guys from time to time with logistics and support. I just bet he has schematics for all the banks in Manhattan.
Okay.
Great. Let's roll, old chum.
Let's go to True Believers.
You won't forget my assist, will you?
Relax, former felon. When I get done telling people about your stellar assistance, you'll be as famous as that guy that helped Paul Revere warn Hancock and Adams. You know, old, Slowpoke.
Wow, okay.
I have to go. There are guilty criminals roaming the streets of New York.
What a coincidence. I hear there are innocent people sitting in our jails, too.
So, off to True Believers we go. And the place is empty, but Stan's here. Let's talk to Stan.
Hey boys, what's your pleasure?
Discriminating against minorities, passing judgment on anyone who looks different to us.
Are you ever gonna let this go, tiresome assistant?
No, mate, I'm not. You can say what you like, but I'm convinced you only did it because she wasn't Caucasian.
I don't care who she voted for. It was an accident, pure and simple. I didn't even see her lemonade stand until after I'd trodden on it.
Okay. I need bank schematics.
I understand you operate some kind of Cliff Note scheme for superheroes.
I don't know who you've been talking to, boys, but I think they were playing a joke on you.
Take it easy, Pops. No need to overload your pacemaker. We're not with the cops.
You boys must think I'm an old fool.
No,
We were hoping.
you guys were, I wasn't.
Go on, Stan.
I've seen you guys going in and out of the 125th precinct. I've seen you hanging around with that hot detective in the leather jacket, too. This is obviously some kind of sting operation.
We work there strictly on a civilian basis. We just need your help with some schematics.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow. We're not with the police.
I can assure you, leery landlord, we're not cooperating with any law enforcement operation.
I know a setup when I smell one.
Well, we have been framing a lot of people lately. That's probably what you can smell.
We may have engaged in some morally dubious conduct, but we're in no way allied with law enforcement.
Yeah, these days we're more morally aligned with criminals than anyone, especially Captain Corruption here.
Yeah.
Well, now it's funny you should say that, young man.
Really? Then why don't I feel like laughing all of a sudden?
I have a little job you could do for me. You'll actually be killing 2 birds with 1 stone for me.
He means we'd be achieving 2 goals with only 1 task, mate. He doesn't actually want you bludgeoning any innocent avians to death. Just saying.
Yeah, he does. So tell me about this job.
So you have some favor you want us to do for you, right? My life seems to be one long list of favors for people lately.
Punctuated by occasional breaks to viciously beat people with alternative lifestyles and harass anyone with the wrong skin colour.
Are you guys sure you're not with the police?
Just tell us what you need us to do, Pops.
I just recently sent my application to have my license for this place renewed. Trouble is, I accidentally spilled something on the application form. So when the state liquor authority received it, they spotted some white powder and immediately sent it to the NYPD for analysis. I have it on good authority that it's been booked into evidence at the 125th precinct. If you boys could get it for me, that would prove to me that you're not trying to entrap me. And I'd owe you whatever help it is you need from me.
Okay.
You have got to be.
We'll do it!
I was about to say. Okay, and any hot groupies
This is a
around?
superhero bar, right?
Superheroes, supervillains, fans, yeah.
Any hot groupies in today? I could regale them with tales of daring do.
I didn't know you'd taken up daring again.
Oh yeah, ever since I pulled a muscle trying to buckle my swash.
I told you that would happen.
Sorry, boys. Mighty Man Mountain was in this afternoon, and the cutest groupies left with him.
What's he got that I haven't got? I've got the body of a Greek god! Right, faithful friend?
You've got the body of several Greek gods, mate. You've got the liver of Dionysus, the childbearing hips of Hera, and the genitalia of Hermaphroditus.
Oh, that was low.
Thanks for the information.
Can I get you boys a drink?
Not for us. We're on duty.
I've got non-alcoholic options.
Which are they?
Any of them, really. I watered the drinks down so much, they're all technically non-alcoholic.
Awesome.
Pass.
So, we need to go to the police station to get his form out of evidence, which we will do next episode. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time with some more Supreme League of Patriots.